Morning.
Morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, man.
Coffee time.
Good morning. It's Friday, September the 9th.
It's very important to stay in shape. You got the kind of job where at any point in time, I could be out of my car and running. I could be arresting somebody. I could be in a fight or a confrontation.
Constable John Jasmines is a 10-year veteran of the Delta Police Department.
I worked a number of gang-related files, shootings, a lot of homicides.
3 years ago, he transferred from the gang squad to work with high-risk youth.
Now I'm trying to work in an area where I can do a lot more prevention. The last 3 years that I've worked here in the youth section, we've had a problem in the Surrey Delta area with factions of different groups competing for drug lines. Last year we had over 50 shootings. These are kids 18, 19, early 20s. They're not that old that are committing the shootings. If you talk to any one of these gangsters that are in their late 20s, early 30s, they would get out if they could. Got a 16-year-old kid who's been constantly running away from home. He's got a problem with drug and alcohol addiction. Basically, what's happened is last weekend, stepdad noticed there was a big hole in the wall, punched by his stepson there. I submitted a report to Crown for charges of mischief. So even though it seems like a minor charge, we want him to have conditions to have weekly meetings with the probation officer, just to try and deal with the alcohol, drug addiction, and hitting out all times of the night, getting into trouble. I spoke to Crown yesterday, actually. Crown's approved for me to go and arrest him.
Getting the youth into the system is John's best shot at putting him on a better path.
Right now, he's only 16 years old. He's only been using hard drugs for maybe the last year or two, but it's not going to get better without some intervention. Because at the end of the day, he's going to have to commit crime to support his habit. And I mean, that becomes everybody's problem.
But if he's going to help the teen, first he has to find him.
So a lot of my kids, when they're reported missing, I come and look for them in the Surrey Central area. He's not around. I'm quite concerned for his safety, and I'm quite concerned for his well-being. Basically, I want to make sure that he's in custody before the weekend, if I can.
You want to tow?
You can tow. Are you just parking here?
Yeah, I guess so.
At Vancouver International Airport, keeping planes safe to fly is job one for aircraft maintenance crews.
Stop! First dream job was being a surgeon. It's also kind of related. It's airplane, not a person, but it's pretty much similar.
80% of aircraft mechanics are probably OCD.
Yeah. Like the stuff that we nitpick over, to someone who just sees it, probably would seem ridiculous.
You have to be on your toes.
Yeah, because that's what it is. Lives are at stake.
Today, aircraft maintenance engineer Taeyoon Kim and apprentice Sam Chin are working on a commuter prop plane that carries 21 passengers and crew.
I'll hold the light for you.
We have scheduled maintenance of the actuator end cap. Essentially, we're looking for cracks.
Hydraulic actuators control airplane undercarriages. 1 in 5 landing accidents in Canada involves malfunctioning landing gear.
Because this is a major component that brings down brings back up the gear during flight, takeoff and landing. Stake is possibly a failure of the landing gear.
Taeyoon doesn't shy away from the responsibility or the personal challenges.
Being a mechanic, my mom supported me a lot, but my dad want me to be just like safe, you know, like in the office maybe, office woman. Like, no, dad, I'm not gonna be like that. Now, they're so proud of me right now.
Good, how are you?
Is it clean enough to do that?
Do you have a rag there just so I can just wipe the top part off?
A specialist steps in to test the actuator.
It's an ultrasonic test on the end cap of the hydraulic actuator, and we're looking for cracks in it.
It tells us whether we need to spend 50 grand on a new actuator or not. Good. Thanks, Manny.
He didn't find anything wrong. So once we put the actuator back on, we're good to go.
Just trying to get one bolt in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now it's...
How's it going? Good, good.
I'll be done in a second.
All right, sounds good. The flagged supervised area is the safest place to swim because there are hopefully less rip currents.
In an average 48-hour period, at least one person drowns somewhere in Canada while taking part in recreational activities.
People aren't always aware of the power that the waves can have and the dangers of swimming in them. Lifeguards are important to help people feel secure and have all the more fun when they come up to the beach.
What rescue board's down there?
Yeah, I think it should be 2 Marines, and then there's the other 2 in the hut if you want those.
To use the rescue board, to surf, it just needs a lot of skill, a lot of practice. It's an intense summer job. We have a lot of responsibility just to keep everyone in the water safe.
Okay, so basically, we've got a few people in the supervised area. This woman just went in with her child. A lot of surfers kind of cleared out down this way, but there's still quite a few. And that's about it. Thank you.
Today, this beach in particular has a lot of rip currents. The main danger about rip currents is that people don't necessarily know that they're even there. Rip currents are when you have sets of waves coming in to shore, then that water has to feed back out to open ocean. So that's when a rip current forms. People will get sucked out decently far, maybe past where their swimming ability can take them back in. So I always want to make sure that I have an eye on the conditions in addition to the people swimming or boarding in them. Taylor needs to be in the water right now. This kid's about to be sucked out in a rip.
Within seconds, the young boy is pulled out to sea.
You can be in very shallow water and all of a sudden have a 6-foot wave right above you. It can be very terrifying.
Yeah, he's thrown out for.
So I just noticed a younger child in a rip current.
The rip current is pulling the child out to sea.
I knew he couldn't paddle back. He could barely swim at all.
Hey, how you doing? What's your name? You okay? You're getting pulled by a current. Climb on up on this, okay? Pull yourself up.
There we go.
Okay, I think we're good.
I would say that happened within the matter of probably 30 seconds. So it escalated quickly. But Taylor got him on the board and back in safe, so I'm happy.
He was really far out, and like every second, he kept getting like a little bit further and a little bit further. Scary. So as soon as I seen the lifeguard approach, it was complete relief.
I am proud of what I do here as a lifeguard. Even if I wasn't working, I'd still definitely be watching the water. It's just a habit I have now. I can't not be watching.
And let me know if you need more light.
Mont-Tremblant, it's such a tourist town. Everybody's having fun. We put every effort for everyone to come and enjoy our city and be able to do it safely.
Hey guys, how are you? Pretty good, thank you.
During these 48 hours, this popular resort town can expect 10,000 visitors. But while people party, Officer Arik Kadot's detachment is planning a major event of its own.
One of the problems in Mont-Tremblant, it's drinking and driving. Tonight, it's the weekend. Every bar will be open.
On va aller faire le barrage à 11h30 et ça va être un peu plus gros, fait qu'on va installer les cônes. Éric puis Marie-Pierre, vous êtes dans le 60.
Parfait.
C'est bon?
Oui.
Over a typical weekend, 8 people will die on Canadian roads due to driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs.
Every patrolling officer in Mont-Tremblant takes it personally when you hear that someone died on your road. It's frustrating to see that these failed crashes still happen. If you are drunk and you are on the road, you're gonna get caught.
Slowly apply your brake.
Departure from Victoria for Seattle.
Particularly since April, it's had a lot of problems. It's been reported missing probably 30 plus times.
High-risk youth officer John Jasmines is on the trail of a 16-year-old runaway.
Unfortunately, without criminal charges or conditions of a curfew, police are pretty powerless to help.
The teen's parents have passed on the address of one of his friends.
When I talk to these parents, I know their frustration. I mean, I've got 2 kids of my own, and I can't even imagine if they were in the same situation, the helplessness, right? Do you live here? Or? Yeah, I live here. Okay, I'm looking for a missing kid.
John talks to the mother of the youth's friend.
He was here 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
I'm a little bit concerned about him because honestly, I don't like him hanging out. I know he smokes weed and he drinks, blah, blah, but I personally, I have this gut feeling that he's doing more than just smoking weed.
Well, I appreciate the help. If you do see him again, just try and encourage him to call home and check in and stuff like that.
Thank you. Have a good day.
She let me know he was here about 2 days ago. I mean, she's got concerns as well for her son hanging out with him. I grew up in the North Delta area. I hung out with a lot of the people that you would see in the news, people that ended up going down a very different path than I have. When I talk to the kids, they're kind of now involved in kind of the up and coming. I've known people that they kind of idolize and known the guys they've known to get killed, and they know that I know what I'm talking about.
John gets a tip on another of the teen's friends.
So I know that she's home right now. My hope is that I convince her to tell me where he is. Constable Jasmine, Delta Police Department.
John's lead says she saw the teen with a mutual friend earlier today.
Thanks. If you do hear from him, let me know. I think she was being honest, so I'm going to try and find out his friend's address and head there next. We've got a bunch of different databases, so I'm just going to check the system for him.
He traces the friend to a nearby neighborhood.
Now you can see some movement there in the windows. Quebec 5-2.
Go ahead.
Take a 5-minute timer.
10-4.
Before I go out to the house for the arrest attempt, I always let dispatch know where I am and just have them put me on a timer. That just means that in 5 minutes, if they call me and I'm not able to answer, they'll send somebody else to come and check on me. I'm looking for a missing kid.
A missing kid?
Yeah. So I'm at Delta Police Department. I'm actually looking for a missing kid. Are you able to help me out?
Yeah, there was a friend that came in.
After several hours of searching, Constable John Jasmines has found the 16-year-old runaway staying with a friend. He enlists the help of the friend's mother to coax the youth outside.
I'll talk to him before he's going anywhere, okay?
Come out now and deal with it.
I'll explain it to you, but I need to do the first part where I need to read you your rights and stuff like that, so.
Somebody have a cell that they can check on him, or I can send a Surrey unit.
Sorry, Quebec 5-2, no problems. And I'm just gonna double lock them so they don't tighten up on you. I'm gonna read you your rights and stuff like that, explain to you what's going on. I'm arresting you for mischief under $5,000. You may call any lawyer you want. Do you understand?
Yes.
Any questions or anything like that you need to know right now, or? Quebec 5-2.
Go ahead.
Got one in custody. I was wondering if I can get a patrol unit for transport. I'm going to be seeking some conditions. It'll be up to the justice of the peace or the judge whether or not they go with them. The ultimate goal will be to get him on a curfew, staying in a stable place, so at least you know where he is at night, and at least you know that he's safe. But I'm going to want you to check in with a probation officer at least once, and then every time they tell you to come back, you're going to have to come back, okay? Now, my job is to build that relationship. My personal goal is to be a person in their lives that they know they can depend on, they know that they can't push away, know that they'll be here for the long haul. I appreciate you being so cooperative, and like I said, I do want to talk to you. I can't do it until after you speak to a lawyer, okay? Kids know exactly where they stand with me. I'm here to support you, I'm here to help you in any way I can. But at the same time, I have expectations. The expectations are you can't break the law.
Give me a call whenever you get a chance. Okay. Thanks, man.
I'm confident he will call me, and again, I just kind of want to be that person that he can talk to.
Bonjour.
Before tonight's roadblock, Officer Eric Cadotte and his partner, Marie-Pierre Richet, are making their presence felt in this world-famous party town.
What's going on here? A bachelorette party. All right, you guys have a great night.
So we're just gonna visit bars, remind people that if they do drink, well, they should take a cab instead of taking their cars. It takes a lot of judgment to deal with intoxicated people. Usually they're in a pretty good mood because they wanna have fun, but it do happens when they get into fights and they get into trouble or they cause trouble, when you gotta deal with them and you gotta be a figure of authority.
Un verre de café.
C'est une excellente décision, monsieur. Si jamais vous buvez, prenez pas le volant.
Non, 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 on a un hôtel juste ici.
Si vous buvez du café, vous pouvez prendre le volant, ça c'est correct. Très bien. Amusez-vous bien ce soir. Salut, bye-bye.
Drunk driving is a crime. We made between 80 and 130 arrests per year. Every road user should benefit from safe roads.
Bonsoir. On fait un barrage pour la vérification de l'alcool au volant.
Est-ce que vous avez consommé de l'alcool ce soir ou des drogues? So we're pulling this car over because right before she comes to my position, I can see that she takes a gum and she puts it in her mouth. And that rings a bell to me. Juste éteindre votre moteur. Vous avez pas de gomme dans la bouche, madame? OK, parfait. Fait que juste éteindre votre moteur, venir à l'avant, je vais vous faire subir un petit test. Grande inspiration et souffler d'un souffle continu dans l'appareil. Soufflez fort, fort, on continue. Soufflez, soufflez, soufflez. Plus fort, madame, plus fort. Soufflez, soufflez, soufflez. Très bien, arrêtez. Vous êtes à 33 mg, la limite c'est 80, donc je vais vous laisser repartir. The result comes out warm, so she's free to go.
Tonight, drunk drivers are the prime target, but officers are on alert for any and all sorts of crime.
Two very experienced officers, they pull over this pickup for a routine check. They suspected that something wasn't quite right. The driver and the passengers all lied about their ID. So we placed them under arrest, and this gave us the power to search the trunk of the pickup. There was some wooden pallets conveniently placed to hide something underneath.
Two hours into a drinking and driving roadblock, Mont-Tremblant police are wondering what the occupants of this vehicle have to hide.
Seulement du fil coupé comme ça, c'est du fil qui a été coupé à quelque part, soit d'un poteau de téléphone ou des fois Hydro-Québec.
We're seeing right now that it's stolen metals, copper to be exact. There's probably a couple of thousands of dollars in the trunk of the pickup right now. This is a good catch, and all of them are being taken right now to the police station. Serge Alex, on va quitter, moi puis Marie-Pierre. Merci beaucoup à tout le monde pour le barrage. You find many things in a roadblock besides drunk driving.
Next time on Keeping Canada Safe.
Steering's going to be into wind. Clear, start, check to the door. Clear.
Not often do we find a shotgun discarded in the streets of Calgary. With any luck, this comes out to be our murder weapon.
Male bleeding from the head in car 5894, 5894.
Bleeding from that, we don't know why. Unknown, okay.
And units be advised, unknown how he sustained his injury at this time.
Attention, attention, medical call.
Once the alarm goes off, you're needed. You just go.